I sat alone in my darkened room, the only sound being the distant hum of my Call of Duty game as I navigated the virtual battlefield. It was 1 a.m., and the silence was almost palpable. Suddenly, my phone rang, shattering the stillness. A random number flashed on the screen, and I felt a shiver run down my spine. I thought to myself, prank call, probably. But as I hung up, the phone rang again, and my anxiety grew. This time, I answered, my voice laced with annoyance, but there was no response. Instead, I was met with a low, menacing hiss, like a cat's growl, but deeper, and more menacing. My heart raced as I realized this was no prank. I threatened to report the caller to the authorities, but the only response was a chilling, low-pitched laughter. I felt a chill run down my spine as I demanded to know why they were calling. And then, in a dark, almost demonic voice, I heard, "I'm just waiting for you to come upstairs." Without hesitation, I grabbed my things and fled my home, racing across the street to my friend's house, where I begged his father to call my dad. As I tried to explain the terrifying events to him, the police arrived, responding to our frantic 911 call. As we searched the house, the police couldn't find anything out of the ordinary upstairs, but the back door was left open. My dad, a former paramedic, was shocked, but not surprised, given his friend Sally's brother, Terry, had a dubious reputation. Terry was a quiet, unsettling man who had a way of making me uncomfortable. I had always felt uneasy around him, and now I knew why. As the days passed, I became increasingly paranoid, wondering if Terry was still watching me. I joined Facebook, and to my horror, I discovered he had added me as a friend. His avatar was an anonymous figure, and his chat was disturbing, as if he was trying to manipulate me. I quickly closed the conversation and blocked him, but the memory of his words still haunts me. But that was only the beginning. As the weeks went by, I began to notice strange occurrences. Doors would slam shut on their own, and I would hear whispers in the night. I tried to brush it off as my imagination, but the feeling of being watched grew stronger. And then, there were the calls. "Brandon," a voice would whisper, echoing through the empty halls. At first, I thought it was my dad, but as I approached the stairs, I realized it wasn't. The voice was unfamiliar, and it sent shivers down my spine. One night, as I was playing Legend of Zelda in the basement, I heard my name called again. "Brandon." I froze, my instincts kicking in. I knew I had to investigate. I crept upstairs, my heart racing, and that's when I saw him. A dark, shadowy figure stood under the dim streetlight, his presence sending a chill down my spine. But what made my blood run cold was the fact that he had no shadow. I tried to make out his features, but he vanished into thin air as the streetlight flickered. I locked myself in the closet beneath the stairs, my mind reeling with fear. The experience left me shaken, and I knew I had to be vigilant. I vowed to never let my guard down again, knowing that the darkness was always lurking, waiting to strike.